Hey guys, Micah from Black Bear Custom Kydex. I just recorded a 21-minute video on this sheath, and I think I want to try to do a speed run as well. So I'm going to try to upload both of these videos and give you a quick glance through this one and a more in-depth glance at the other one. So the other one's going to talk a little bit more about the intricate things that I've done with all this, and this one is just going to run down the features and show you how it all fits up. So we have here our top Steel Eagle 107C XX or double X. This knife is a good size. It has a secondary knife hidden in the handle, and the sheath that my customer Larry asked for is OD green with Cryptek Coyote over the top of it. Over the top of the sheath here, we have a Lansky LCD02 tactical sharpening rod. Down here, we've got an Exotac Fire Rod XL, and we have a Baldric sling from Beach and Tactical mounted up here. Now you can take the duffel clips off if you want and just run the webbing directly through the D-rings. That's my personal preference, but I usually send them out like this because you deserve to have the option. So this is how I get it from Jacob, and that's how I send it out. Over here we have a Barminski. I'm not sure the actual model of this knife. Very lightweight, very beautiful knife, and OD green with Cryptek Coyote reinforcements on a tech lock. Over here, same color scheme for everything, by the way. We have a Tops Sly Steel also on a tech lock. And then over here, we've got a Gerber multiplier multi-tool with an Olight Warrior 3 flashlight. Now this one is a very interesting setup because the Gerber holster will deploy your pliers as you draw, and it will collapse your pliers as you reholster. It's got a nice little click in. The retention is very strong on that, so you might have to muscle it a little bit, Larry, but it is good to go. The Olight retention is a little bit light. I actually am going to adjust it and make it just a little bit tighter before I get it packaged up, but there you go. Now I took the pocket clip off of the Olight because it'll sit deeper like that, but if you really want it back on, you can do that. It'll just have to sit up here around that height. So I personally don't recommend it, but you know, if you don't mind that extra ½ inch ride height, then by all means, reattach the pocket clip. Now, any of these can go into this device here on the front. This is a universal tech lock adapter, and what it allows you to do is quickly attach anything that is riding on a tech lock. So you can quickly piggyback other sheaths on your main sheath and separate them quickly to carry them independently of one another. The whole point of this is modularity. So let's say, for example, you're going to go hiking to a wilderness camp. You're going to go hiking to set up a camp out in the wilderness, something like that. Maybe you want to carry the whole system on you because you're going to have camp tools galore by having multiple knives. And then once you get to the camp and you're just kind of roaming around the perimeter, collecting twigs, whatever, cutting stuff down, maybe you just want your small knife on you. So you can take the whole system off, you can separate the small knife off, put it on your belt, and then you're good to go. That's kind of the gist of this concept, and the reason why I came up with it was the quick separation of your two knives and the independent carry of one another. Another shout out I did in the main video, I'll shout out again Tim, my customer, who from like 7 years ago now, 6-7 years I want to say, who originally conceived of the possibility of being able to quickly separate and carry them independently. And so Tim was the one who requested that first. I was the first one to build it, and since then I've come up with a pile of other ways to do it, and there's a couple guys out there also trying to do that kind of stuff. So it's a fun concept, and I call it breakaway piggyback. And finally, we got our Barminski. You can see that tech lock just sits right down into that adapter. You have an MRD or mag retention device installed on each side of it. That's what that silver set screw is threaded into. And if you want to tighten the retention of your piggyback sheath into the adapter, you just tighten one or both of those set screws and you're good to go, or loosen them. But I think they're at a really good level of tension right now. So there you go, guys. That is a very brief rundown. We're at 4.5 minutes now, so I'm going to close it out before we hit 5. Thank you guys for checking this video out. I've been really bad about posting the last 12 months especially, but I am going to try to ramp it back up. I've got a lot of irons in the fire right now, so forgive me if I'm a little bit scatterbrained in the upcoming videos, but bear with me. We're going to see some really cool stuff on the channel here in the very near future, and some new products over on the website. All right, go check that out. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and stick around for the next video. God bless.